I know some would say for someone who is spiritual, I seem to have a very uh, huge blind spot for trauma and people's struggle within that trauma. And I have a blind spot for understanding just what people go through psychologically and emotionally and spiritually when they are in abusive and toxic situations. And it's because of my delivery, and it's because of my stance or my views on certain topics that I have on this channel. And I want to be a little bit more open and a little more transparent, so to speak. And one thing I want to reveal, I don't have many subscribers, but I am being misunderstood a lot publicly. I don't particularly express myself very well in a moment. This is why I write some of my ideas and some of my thoughts down. And I do that before I decide to do videos and things like that. But what brought me to the point that I am at now spiritually, what I guess you would say helped my spiritual emergence was trauma. And what happens with some people, I understand, is that when trauma enters their life, a lot of their light turns off versus mine amplified in it because I refused to see things the same as I did before. And it wasn't about having a safety mechanism or a coping mechanism. It was my eyes truly opening. It was a heartache that did it. When I got my heart broken, it fractured a part of me that I didn't know was really there. And I wanted to do everything in my power to feel whole and to feel right again. And I will say that, I don't know, maybe other empathic people could relate, but when you have your heart broken, it's like it never goes away. You just get better with dealing with it. um, some things hurt more than others, and I do understand that, but I was hurt very deeply, and I would probably have the guts to talk about that event, and but I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't accept the truth. And personal accountability is one of the most important things that you could take on when gaining and approaching spirituality and obtaining your own personal strength. Strength comes with accountability because sometimes the truths that we can accept easily is what we find out about other people. But it's those truths about ourselves that are a lot harder to process. And once you process these truths, whether they're good or bad, and you accept them and you work towards alleviating the ones that are disrupting your growth and your wellness, you become a much stronger person. Strength also comes from enduring and from overcoming, okay? But the greatest strength, in my opinion, comes from acceptance. And if you can't accept your faults as they are, instead of shifting the responsibility for your situations on other people, then certain cycles will definitely repeat themselves and continue on. One thing that I learned from someone that I have a very high regard for in the spiritual, I guess you would say, world, is that this journey is not for people who are willing to be blind or rocked to sleep. You have to kind of stand in everything, stand in it good or bad, because if you repaint or retell what you know to make yourself feel better about it, then there's going to be some miscommunications, there's going to be some misunderstandings, and a lot of confusion and illusion along the spiritual journey, because we're dealing with your electromagnetic field. And if there's a lot of confusion and denial within that, then you really won't be able to process or understand what really comes through. So many of us are led astray on this path, and a lot of it comes because we have not atoned or come to completion of the cycles that we set in our lives and the lies that we tell ourselves. If you want the spirits to guide you, you must allow them, and stop allowing your own personal pictures and ideas, things that you idolize, things that you want, and the ways you want it to be. You have to stop allowing that to interfere with the truth. So with that being said, I am not going to lie. I will not sensationalize anything. If I do not see it, it is not there for me. I work within integrity, and I'm not going to make anything spookier or try to frighten people or agree with the popular opinion because, it's going to draw in views, or it's going to, make me more likable. That doesn't show integrity at all. And that's no shots at anyone. I promise you. I think other channels are doing a lovely job covering some of the people that I've covered, particularly with this coverage. They're doing a wonderful job with looking into the psyches and the minds of these people that are being afflicted by Nature Boy and whatnot. That's why it's just really no shots or disrespect, but I see past emotion, and I see past what we've been told. And I'm not going to change that or alter that because of how it would make me appear. So, with that being said, I understand that some people may have subscribed for the purposes of some of the people that I cover and things like that, but do know that that's not primarily what this channel is for. Eventually, I'm going to start getting to how to improve your intuition, crystals, how to work with crystals and meaning, meditation, things that this is all about personal growth, personal improvement, and personal development. And I'm not charging anything or anything like that. I just really want us to become better people. So with that being said, toodaloo.